What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today, ladies and gentlemen, it is December 3rd, 2024, which means that it is time to start celebrating the holidays by the pen and ink that I ink up every single year. This is pretty much, with some exception, the only pen and ink combo that I use for the year because I am obsessed with it. We will be inking it up and trying it out to show you guys today in my leather, Galen leather, Tomoe River notebook, as always. So let's put that aside and talk about the pen and ink combo. Now, my ink is my beloved Diamine Polar Glow ink. This came out of the Diamine Inkvent calendar many years ago. I believe it was the first Inkvent calendar they did. If it wasn't the first, then it was the second one. But I've had this bottle now for a few years, and I am obsessed. It is a dark blue ink with a really, really heavy amount of sheen. That comes out kind of a red sheen. So the good news about the heavy sheen in this means you don't have to have like a super broad nib in order to see it. You really can use it in any ink combo, and I love that it just pulls away from the bottle. It is just so satisfying to watch. Oh yeah, I love it. And the pen that I put it into is a very frosty pen. It is the Kaweco Sport. I believe this is Frosted Coconut, which is just dynamite. This has a fine nib on it, which it may or may not want to focus on. Oh, Parker just jumped up on the table. It does not want to focus on the nib. Whoa, there it goes. It's got a fine nib, perfectly aligned with the tines in the center there. Plastic feed. And I have the little push-pull converter here. It doesn't hold a ton of ink, but I don't mind refilling it fairly often because you definitely have to refill it fairly-ish often. Okay, so let us ink this up and move out some of these parts here. Yes, Parker. Let's get this open. Now, I haven't opened this in a little bit. All right, it opened no problem. Needed a teeny bit of a squeeze, but not too bad. All right, and I always give it a refill here. Because I'm doing this through the camera, I can't quite tell if I'm down far enough into the bottle. All right, I think I'm good there, yeah. All right, let's get a facial tissue to put that down on. And let's bottle this back up before Parker decides to come over and give it a sniff, because that would be awful. Oh, that was on the inside, okay. I always get really nervous. I'm sure all pet owners are the same. I get really nervous filling up my fountain pens when Parker is on the table. But if she's not on the table, she will literally cry. Like she's meowing now. She may or may not jump down in a second, so if the camera shakes, you know why. All right, let's put this to the side and bring in the notebook here. And readjust the camera. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, here she is, folks, in all of her glory. So stunning. I like putting it in a fine nib because you still get a lot of the blue, but the sheen does come out when you look at it at different angles. And I find when I put it in much wetter pens, not that this is a super, super dry pen or anything, but, oh, she jumped off the table. This is definitely not a dry, fine nib. I have worked with this a little bit to make it a bit more on the wet side. Oh, well, that's a first. That is an absolute first. I'm surprised it even filled up. Has that ever happened to anybody before? Huh. First time for everything, I suppose. I'm glad I'm filming. Yep, we're good now. That was funny. I have worked with this nib a little bit to make it a little bit more wet, but not like a gusher or anything. Like I said, it's very still a fine nib. It's very, very smooth. I love it. There's a little bit of feedback, but just enough to know that you're kissing the paper. And this ink is just stunning. I love it. And it is one that I've used for many, many years now for the holiday season. That's not what I was going to write. I believe I came up with this combo a couple years ago, like about 2 years ago, and I've never really looked back because, like I said, even in the drier inks here, or drier writers, finer nibs, you still get a good amount of sheen. And you don't get that in a lot of inks, but yet it still is clearly blue, which I adore. And it just, in this pen with this like frosted coconut, it just gives that like icy vibe, which is why I really like the blue. And then the pop of red, oh gosh, it's just stunning. I love it so much. And I am obsessed. I will probably refill this cartridge like 5 times in the month of December, but I 10 out of 10 recommend it. And as far as like sheening inks go, this is a relatively easy combo to clean out. It doesn't really gum up the works like some other heavy sheen ones can. Like if you use Organic Studio like Nitro or whatever it's called, that one is a beast and it never dries. This definitely does dry. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever used this combo before. If you have, did you like it? Did you not? Tell me why not? Have you used the pen? Have you used the ink? All of that good stuff. Let me know. Let me know what your favorite combo is. Maybe somebody else's suggestion will be able to knock this out of the park. I don't know. It's a pretty tough competition, but you never know. While you're down there, you might as well check out the Patreon link in the description, as well as my Instagram, if you want to help support me further than just watching these videos. But either way, I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later.